So, hey guys, welcome back. So, we were on the topic metals and non metals in our foundation batch. So, I hope you might have gone through the sessions I have given. So, basically, we have completed the chapter, but some examples has to be done. There are only two examples which we should do, and that is iron and aluminium ka extraction. So, some few points we have to see. I think iron alone will take 2 to 3 sessions because it's very important element, and you may get questions out of it. And for JEE NEET, if you think about, then it is very important to be studied. Okay, so we'll go through the today's topic. We are starting is some common metals, and that too the first one will be in this. The first one will be your iron. Okay, some common metals. ठीक है, and the first, as I said, is iron. ठीक है, very important because you can see n number of articles around you. ठीक है, made of iron. So definitely some are alloy, some are pure. So we need to know the detailings of this metal as this is an important element. The very first thing is its symbol is Fe. ठीक है, and its atomic number is 26. ठीक है, now this means that an atom of iron contains 26 electron. If I say 26 is the atomic number, then definitely it contains 26 electrons in its shell. ठीक है, so the electronic configuration will be obviously as per your standard. I'm not giving you 1s2 या s and p के हिसाब से. I'm giving you just shell wise, that is KLMN. So the electronic configuration will be 2, 8, 14 and 2. Basically this as this you can say is an exception. बेसिकली यहाँ पे 16 होना चाहिए था, 18 तक फुलफिल हो सकता है, बट दीज इलेक्ट्रॉन्स जम्प इन टू द हायर शेल्स. ठीक है, वेट अ सेकेंड, 2, 8, या. सो this is the configuration of the metal to be known. So this atom of iron contains 2 electron in its outermost shell. How much? 2. And due to this many a times it gets the oxidation state of 2. ठीक है, now occurrence कहाँ है? तो iron is the second to aluminium in terms of abundance in Earth's crust. As we know that aluminium is the most abundant element, so this is second abundant. ठीक है, so it makes up nearly 4.7% of Earth's crust. So free iron metal has been found in most meteoroids. जो meteoroids क्या होते हैं? So you know something टूटता हुआ तारा you might have seen. इसके ऊपर तो मूवीज़ भी बनती हैं. सो दैट जो मेटेओराइट है जब फॉल होता है तो उस पर भी स्टडी की जाती है. सो यू माइट हैव स्टडीड और हर्ड ऑफ कि फ्रॉम मी आई थिंक यू माइट हैव हर्ड कि जो अर्थ का कोर होता है वो कैसा होगा, वो स्टडी करने के लिए भी हम मेटेओराइट को स्टडी करते हैं. तो इनडायरेक्ट सोर्स ऑफ द स्टडी ऑफ कोर है वो. सो यू कैन से, सो बेसिकली उसके हिसाब से ही हम कहते हैं कि जो हमारा कोर है इट इज़ मेड ऑफ नीफे, दैट इज़ निकल एंड आयरन. सो आयरन इज़ मोस्टली फाउंड इन प्योर फॉर्म. ठीक है, इन मेटेओराइट्स. ठीक है, सो आयरन इज़ रिएक्टिव मेटल, राइट. सो इट कैन रिप्लेस कॉपर फ्रॉम कॉपर सल्फेट, राइट. So it does not occur free in nature. So in combined state it will occur in mostly oxide, sulfide, carbonate, etc. So we'll write here the ores. You all know, we have written many a times. So first one is your hematite, the very common ore, and you can say very commercial ore. ठीक है, the maximum profitable, you can say most profitable ore this is. Then you have second one is magnetite. ठीक है, the formula to it is Fe3O4. Then you have limonite. limonite, and the formula to this is 2Fe2O3 dot 3H2O, 3H2O. Then you have siderite, that is the carbonate ore of the iron, siderite, and the formula is FeCO3. Then you have iron pyrites also. So iron pyrites, and this is nothing but FeS2. So these are the different ores you can see. I said the most commercial one is this. Okay, so we'll study on this only. So the most important ore is hematite, which is used most commonly in the extraction of iron. So the pyrite ore is not used for the extraction of iron because it is high, it's high sulfur content. Basically the content of sulfur is high, so that is why the impurity remove karna and all is very difficult. So not difficult, you can say expensive. So that is why we use hematite. Okay. So we have seen the places where in India you find iron. So iron metal has great economic importance, as we know, because there are many articles made of it. In day to day life we have n number of articles you can see around you which are made of it. Now the world output of iron exceeds somewhere around 200 million tons per annum. So in 2002 and 2003 का डेटा के हिसाब से India's total production of iron reached somewhere around 97 million tons. So you can see how much iron is being produced every year. So that is why it is very very important element, because we are using it tremendously. So that is why. Okay. Then you can see around you there are even houses made of it, the movable houses, right? Something is some name is given to it, I just forgot. So India has a vast deposit of iron ore. ठीक है, टाटा स्टील्स, आई थिंक इंडिया में इन्होंने सब जो है काफ़ी पहले स्टार्ट किया टिस्को, तो टाटा आयरन एंड स्टील कॉरपोरेशन. सो दैट you can say the most abundantly used or produced, you can say. Okay. So besides India, other vast deposit of iron, about somewhere around 12,318 million tons of hematite and 5,396 million tons of magnetite. Okay. So is there of magnetite. So most of these deposits are located in Jharkhand, and that is why the steel industries are near these places or at these places only. That is Jharkhand, Orissa, Chhattisgarh, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and Maharashtra. So the important iron and steel plants are located in Bhilai, Bokarao and Jamshedpur, Rourkela, then Durgpur, Asansol and Bhadravati is these are the places basically where the steel plants you can find. So basically, since Tata industry, I have seen ki have studied, not seen, I've studied ki iron is very hugely produced in the India. Okay. So now extraction, if we go to extraction part, because this was the general information regarding iron, so we'll just move on to extraction part. Those information was not supposed to be written, that has to be kept in mind. And the next one is your extraction of it. Okay. So extraction of iron from hematite. As I said, this is the most commercial ore, so we are going to use this for extraction. Okay. So the very first thing is what we do very first. What is the first step? So according to me, the first step is nothing but your dressing or enrichment of the ore. So we'll write the enrichment or dressing of ore. So how do we do this? So basically the big lumps of the ore are broken into small pieces. So we just crush it, okay, and then wash it in water to remove the clay part, okay. And after that, so basically what all things are removed: the clay, sand, and other impurities, earthly impurities are removed while washing. Then the ore thus becomes ready for the treatment of the extraction part, okay. That is the conversion into metal oxide, okay. So we'll write here in very simple 1 or 2 lines, so that dressing of the ore will be complete, okay. So what we will be writing: crushing of ore is done, then washing, or you can say hydraulic washing is done, right? Hydraulic washing is done to remove earthly impurities, ठीक है. So we just use this washing process to remove earthly impurities. So we all know what is earthly impurities, that is dust, sand, clay, etc. So all these are removed in this, and then now the ore is ready for extraction process, right? Now it becomes ready for extraction process. So in extraction process what we do, basically extraction के पहले we do this conversion, ठीक है. So we will be doing that. So this was the first step, that is crushing and washing. The second step is smelting in the blast furnace, right? So all the process have been understood earlier itself, so we are just supposed to see it as per the iron, so you will be easily able to understand once you go through it, right? So in this process, that is in this step, that is your smelting in the blast furnace, okay. In the blast furnace, we'll draw the diagram along with this, okay. What we do, the concentrated ore which is just crushed and washed is mixed with coke and limestone. First it will be mixed, right? The mixture is nothing but the charge, we say it charge. And at the top of the blast furnace there will be an entry point for this charge, there will be a place for to add the charge, okay, right? Then there are many reaction, it will take place as per the temperature of the furnace, ठीक है. Then as the charge comes down, see हमने ऊपर से charge add किया है, तो as in when it comes down, depending upon the varied temperature, the reaction will occur. So we will see them one by one in this session, ठीक है. So don't worry, it is very simple to go through, ठीक है. So we'll just draw the diagram first and then we'll write the reaction along with it, ठीक है. So basically what we have done, this is the blast furnace, suppose, ठीक है. So there will be the entry points for air, so the blast of air will be passed from here. Then you have the base, in this base you have one exit point for slag, this is for air, ठीक है. This is for air and this is for slag, this is exit point of slag. Then this is the blast furnace, right? Okay, then we have this. So this is in this diagram, you can see what is exactly the blast furnace is. Here we add the charge, ठीक है. So here we add the charge, ठीक है. So what is charge we have seen, right? So for adding charge what we had made, we had made a kind of slurry, you can say, the ore, coke and lime, right? ठीक है, this is nothing but your slurry, ठीक है, or the charge. So we add here, and there is an exit point for hot air, ठीक है, or hot gases you can say, like the carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide formed in the process, ठीक है. So as we know, this is a furnace, so definitely there will be a lot of heat over here. So these are the layers, ठीक है, and there here will be the slag, and then your heating process is also there. So since it is furnace, definitely there will be varied temperature. At the bottom it will be somewhere near around 573 Kelvin. Then in the middle somewhere it will be near around 1273 Kelvin, and at the top it may be 873 Kelvin, or slowly it is going to decrease at the top, okay. So this is the actual diagram of the um, blast furnace. Now what we are supposed to do is, we are supposed to write the reactions at different temperature, okay. So we'll do it now. Now we'll write the reactions pointwise. So the first one, okay. So as the charge comes down somewhere at charge comes down, say at somewhere 873 Kelvin, ठीक है, what will happen, the iron oxide will be reduced, ठीक है. So we'll simply write here iron oxide reduction, ठीक है. And along with this reduction, definitely the byproduct will be formed, carbon monoxide formed. So this will be released from the place of hot gases ka exit point, right? Fine. Then then this gas is basically released from that place, and this reaction occurs by the burning of coke. The coke contains carbon, right? Okay. Now the reaction, I'll write it over here, and the reaction is Fe2O3 plus 3CO. Firstly, C plus O2 gives 2CO, and this is the reaction. 2Fe, the iron is basically reduced and carbon dioxide is also formed. I should write carbon dioxide. Carbon monoxide is the first step, then carbon dioxide is formed. Now the iron thus obtained will be spongy, okay. So this will be spongy iron, है ना, and that means it is not pure. Now there are impurities present. Now when it reaches at somewhere 1273 Kelvin, at 1273 Kelvin, what will happen? The calcium carbonate in the limestone, okay, that is the limestone, will be broken down to calcium oxide and CO2. This is also going to be released from the hot gases wala outlet, and then this calcium oxide formed here will act as flux for the impurity, that is SiO2, and this SiO2 will combine with this calcium oxide forming calcium silicate, right? And this is nothing but your slag. This is your slag. Getting this? So at 1273 the slag is formed. Then at last at the 1573 Kelvin region, that is the last region, The sponge iron melts and dissolves carbon, phosphorus, silica, etc. Then the slag also fuses and molten mass collects at the base of the furnace, definitely, right? Then the slag floats over it, so it is easy to remove. So there is an outlet for slag in the diagram, you can check. And the molten iron is taken out as required, जो लास्ट में मिलेगा, ठीक है. So this is iron, this iron which is just taken out is known as pig iron. Is it okay? So these are the three stages of the reaction. So basically you need to go through these two steps. After this, the sponge iron is getting melted because the temperature is decreasing. Along with that, everything is getting melt, and the slag will be there at the top of it, and the at the bottom the density, highly dense iron will be settled, and at the from bottom itself the iron will be removed. So this is nothing but the pig iron. That's it. That is the third step. So you have to remember this much in iron ka extraction. So there are varieties also. We will be going through the varieties. Then we will be seeing the steel as well. Usme bhi there are mild steel, hard steel, alloy steel, etc. We'll be seeing there. Then what is tempering, annealing of steel, all these things we'll be seeing. Then the properties also in the next session. I think in the next session I'll try to wind up iron, but it is quite a big to do, but I'll try my level best. Okay. So with this I would like to end up the session over here, because iron ka extraction was important, which I wanted to do it in a separate one, and then alloys and etc. and the varieties of iron will be doing in the next session. Okay. So with this I'll wind up the session. I hope you might have understood everything. If you have any doubt regarding this subject, you can ask me. Okay. So with this I'll take your leave. Bye bye.